Well, now I am going to discuss about AWS VPC. What is VPC, Virtual Private Network? Well, what is that? Previously, we have discussed about the private cloud and the public cloud. Public cloud is something like AWS, Google Cloud, or the Azure, where they are providing their resources to normal people like us. And when we are talking about private cloud, it is something that a huge organization like the VMware or the Dell Incorporation, HP, they have their own on-premise server that is located in somewhere around the world, and they are accessing those resources for their own purpose, and they are not using any of the public cloud that are the services that are provided by the public. So those are termed as a private cloud. Then what is the difference between a private cloud and a virtual private cloud? In the public cloud itself, we can able to configure a virtual private cloud. So here are a lot of servers that are deployed in some remote region, and because these are the machines, security vulnerability is always present, whether you are going for cheapest one or you are going for the highest one. There is some sort of a security vulnerability that is always present. So if you are using a machine, if you are using some operating system like Linux that is deployed onto some virtual machine, let's consider the first machine what you are watching that has some uh, virtual machine onto which sorry, some hypervisor onto which there are some 10 to 15 operating system installed, and you are using one of the operating system for your organization. And let's consider some hacker went through that particular virtual machine or the on-premise server, and he hacked that. Then there might be possibilities that he could able to access the information out of that on-premise server. Therefore what AWS done that they have provided a set of machines dedicated for an organization, and these cannot be accessed by a normal public, and this can be only accessed by that particular organization, and they named it as a virtual private cloud. And this is the thing, in the public cloud itself they are providing some private things for an organization to organize their data or organize their compute resources, and this is called as a virtual private cloud. Okay. And AWS VPC is a virtual network dedicated to your AWS account, providing a complete control over your cloud network environment. You can do a lot of things. You can give access, you can do load balancing, you can do a lot of things, and these are provided with a lot of IPs, subnets, route table, gateways, and you can able to configure these all the things as according to your needs. Well, key VPC components include the subnets. Normally your internet protocol, they have four versions, like 192.0.0.1, and you can able to divide the same IP by slash 1 slash 2 slash 3 slash 4. These are termed as a subnet. Under the same IP, we are dividing the same IP and we are using for different zones, and these are termed as a subnets. And what are the route tables? Well, uh, you know route tables act as a DNS. Domain names are like, in simple term, your domain name is converted into IP address of that particular machine, and the same IP address is converted into domain name. These are done by the route tables, and these are for internal and external traffic maintenance. And we have the internet gateways. These are the one that will allow the VPC to connect with the outside internet. We have the NAT gateways. The subnets what you have created are by default private only. To make that subnet public, we use the route tables, and if we don't use route tables, then the subnets are by default private only. To make that private subnet accessible over internet, we use NAT gates or NAT gateway. And we have security groups, as I previously discussed in EC2 also. These are the security groups through which we can able to access the instances that are created in VPC over our local machine. And we have network ACL or NACL. These are the control inbound or outbound traffic at the subnet level. The subnet, like the private subnet what we have created, the traffic is maintained by these things. Okay. And VPC network structure, it contains CIDR block. You know, I as I previously discussed it, 10.0.0.0. This is a IP address /16 /15 /14. These are the subnets. The same IP address is divided into small chunks. This is what we call as the subnets. There are 256 IP addresses that can be assigned uh, for this one. And subnets, there are public, private for separate resources, availability zones to enhance the fault tolerance by distributing the resources. We can do these all things. What is VPC peering? So when we created two VPCs, virtual private cloud, in an organization for two separate projects, and at one day both the projects are merged together. To allow the communication between two VPC, we can use VPC peering to share the data, and to share multi-region application, hybrid cloud environment. We use VPC peering. And the security in VPC are designed by security groups. And for the instance level, for the subnet level, we use NACL. Encryption methods is a key management uh, service, and it will enable encryption for the data to transit and rest. And this is all about the AWS VPC. Thank you.